Welcome to ET Live. I'm Lauren Zima with a big ET exclusive. What happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas, especially if you are superstars like Jonas and Sophie Turner and you decide to get married in Vegas right after the Billboard Awards with an A-lister audience watching it all go down. This Hollywood power couple pulled off the big surprise Wednesday night, and joining me now live from Las Vegas to talk about it is the man who performed the nuptials, Elvis himself, or is your name Jesse Garon, sir?
It's Reverend Jesse Garon.
I love it. Jesse, thank you for being with us. So how far in advance did you know that you would be performing, conducting the wedding of Jonas and Sophie Turner last night?
About 6 minutes. They had told us that someone was coming. They told us about a week in advance. They had rented out the place, but they wouldn't tell us who it was. About the day before, we knew it was someone from the Billboard Awards. But until I got here, I say we, me and Elvis, we didn't know who it was.
Okay, but you knew about a week in advance that somebody big had booked this because they booked it for a couple hours, or how did that work out? Did they kind of rent the whole chapel?
They got it from 8 to 12, but they really only used it from about 9 to 10:30, so it was pretty fast.
Wow. So how much does it cost to book the chapel out? What kind of wedding package did these two buy?
Well, you know what? You can get the drive-through for as little as $75. I'm not exactly what package that they got, but they did have a bouquet. They did have flowers and photographs, but we're going to get back to you on that.
So all of that was provided by you guys. They kind of did the full package in the chapel.
Yes, ma'am. They got many packages here, and I'm going to find out exactly which one it is, and we're going to get back to you on that.
And what about the ceremony itself? Did you perform a ceremony that you usually do, or did Joe and Sophie make some special requests for it?
No, there really wasn't any special requests other than they had somebody singing at the first. I don't know who it was, but they sang really good.
Dan and Shay.
And then we did our ceremony, and then at the end we did a little Viva Las Vegas for them, and all the fellas jumped in. They enjoyed the heck out of it. We gave him some Elvis glasses, a little bit of advice as he goes on his wedding night, and he had a good old time. They were nice fellas.
Wow, what advice did you give them for their wedding night?
Well, I don't know if I could tell you on here, but I gave him a pair of Elvis glasses, and I told him, listen, man, put these on right before you go to bed tonight. She'll treat you like a king.
What did Jonas say to that?
So
when you say the guys jumped in, you mean his brothers, they were all dancing and celebrating together?
Yeah, they served as the best men there. They did a very important job in case he passed out. They were supposed to catch him, but they did great.
So what was the vibe of it like? We saw a lot of it on Instagram, but what did it feel like in the room?
It was crazy.
Yeah?
It was crazy. These guys were all entertainers, obviously, and they were loud when they needed to be loud. They dressed the part, for sure, and you could tell that there was a tight-knit group of people, but it was about 40 deep.
Was this a big crowd for your usual wedding?
It's big for a Vegas wedding. I mean, you know, anything over 5 or 6 is big for a Vegas wedding. I can't get 5 people across the street for me, so to get 40 people to come down to do something with you, you know, is quite impressive.
Well, and there were a lot of A-listers in this crowd. Obviously, the brothers, but then Dan and Shay, the country duo, they sang. You had Khalid, Diplo. Did you recognize all those faces, and am I missing anybody?
Not a one. Diplo was the first one that came up to me, put his arm around me, wanted to take a picture. Cool guy, so I like this guy. Didn't know who the hell it was, but I don't know. I don't watch too much TV unless I'm on it.
When you first saw Joe and Sophie, did you recognize them?
I don't know about Game of Thrones. I'm the only guy in the world that doesn't watch Game of Thrones. I've never seen Titanic. I know, go figure. But yeah, no, I just thought she was a regular old girl he met. But then later on we found out, but she's a real pretty girl.
Yeah, and how were they to you?
I told him good choice.
How did they seem? Were they emotional, all over each other? What was their vibe?
They were after the ceremony was done. They were a little lovey and in their own world, and really wasn't paying attention to anybody else as they were hugging and kissing up on each other. And it was nice. You almost felt like you were invading their space and invading their moment if you got too close, because they were just with each other. It was very cute.
Did you get the sense of a real love from them? What did their connection feel like to you? Because you marry a lot of people.
Yeah, we do, and you know, you always know the stripper weddings ain't gonna last very long, but I don't think this was the case here. I think this one might have a chance.
What about
There's
during
some
the
good God-fearing boys, I understand, so I think they got a chance.
Yes, they had promise rings at one point, but obviously they're all married now.
No virgin rings, no more.
And so they exchanged ring pops, right? Were there actual rings at all?
No, ma'am. They just had the ring pops. One of them licked the hell out of it, and the other one kissed it.
And what about during the ceremony? I mean, it's so much fun, but at the same time, this really was the two of them getting married. What about the emotional factor? Did you see tears in anybody's eyes?
Mine.
And Joe and Sophie?
No, they were very lighthearted about it. From what I understand, they're going to have another ceremony, some foreign location, I think they said, but this is the main one. They wanted to do it and wanted to do it now, and I'm glad they did. And he had actually told me that he had did some research. He looked at all the Elvis impersonators and had picked me, and I was flattered by that. So we wanted to make sure we did a good job for him, and we definitely did.
Wow, it sounds like they had been planning this for a minute. I mean, we've heard from our sources that they do plan to have this bigger, more lavish wedding ceremony in Paris. But it sounds like they've been kind of planning this Vegas wedding for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. But I'm just hoping I get my invitation to that Paris wedding as well.
Now, I know that in Vegas,
I did tell him to come on back in 5 years, and I'll be Jelly Donut Elvis. We'll do it all again.
In Vegas, how quickly can you get a marriage license and then turn around and get married? Do you have any idea when they got the license?
No, that's a good question, but they have to go down in person, and it has to be $77 cash. It has to be cash, and it's Vegas, for God's sakes. But no, they had to have gone down and gotten it on their own. They couldn't have sent somebody.
Okay, so it would have had to be when the two of them were both in Las Vegas.
They're open till midnight there here in town, so they could have went at any time.
Wow, love Vegas. So many opportunities and options there. Now, we know that
99-cent shrimp cocktails.
We know that the brothers were there. We couldn't see everybody in the audience. Was anybody else from the Jonas family there, or anybody from Sophie's family or friend group that you could tell?
There might have been. I did notice Miss Chopra, but as far as who their dad, mom, cousins look like, I have no idea. So we have to go over that footage again and check it out.
What we kind of loved was this wedding was all over social media. I mean, it was on Instagram Live. You could see them. People had their phones up, and everybody was kind of sharing in the moment, which is sometimes surprising for a celebrity
wedding. Everybody in the crowd had the phone up.
Yeah, and they didn't tell anybody put your
them.
phones down or anything like that. They were just embracing that.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked. I mean, they didn't ask me to sign no, disclaimer or any kind of paperwork or any kind of legal stuff at all. So they're very cool about it. They were nice enough to take a couple pictures with me, so I could show my sister. She's gonna love it. Mama's gonna be proud. You know how it is.
How was the kiss when you married them? What was that kiss between them like?
Well, as compared to what?
Well, I mean, you've seen a lot of kisses. Was it passionate? Was it long? How did they do for the first kiss?
Are you asking if it had tongue in it?
Well, hey, you tell me. You were there.
I think I saw some tongue. Between me and you, I think I saw some tongue.
Well, and they are in Vegas. You know, it's the place to party and have a good time. What was the party like once that ceremony was complete, when they were taking pictures? Were people drinking, dancing? Tell me about it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they had. Big pink limousine big stretch pink limousine that was a Escalade Cadillac, the only other pink Cadillac that I know of in this town besides mine. And they had a couple of black SUVs, and but you could tell the party atmosphere kicked in after they got married, and they were off to have some good fun. And from what I understand, they'd be jumping in hot tubs with their clothes on and all kind of stuff. These kids are crazy.
So they went off in a big pink Cadillac stretch limo.
Yes, ma'am. I was going to take them back myself, but the last minute they decided not to. They wanted to be with their friends and family. I understood that, so we.
So they basically told you, we're going to go back to our hotel and just have a great celebration and party.
Yes, ma'am.
Can people drink there in the chapel? Can they have a drink right after if they want to? It is Vegas.
Oh, no. Miss Charlotte, she's a very religious person, and she ain't having none of that around here. Yeah, she'll stop them right at that door and tell them to put that out.
I love it. So all in all, you kind of did the classic ceremony that you do for them, and then you performed, right? Did they jump in and sing with you?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, right along. Didn't miss a beat.
I love it. Now, this chapel, I mean, you
They
guys
actually
are
knew the
famous.
song and knew it well.
Oh, they did. I love it. Did Sophie sing along too?
Yes, ma'am. And the whole crowd, the whole audience did. I don't know if you got a chance to see the tape, but they were all singing, man.
I love it. Now, you guys have quite a famous chapel. Any other big-name celebrities who you've married there before or who you know have gotten married there?
Oh, absolutely. Everybody from Demi Moore, Britney Spears, Frank Sinatra, Elizabeth Taylor, Michael Jordan. I mean, this is the main chapel that this is the most famous chapel in all the world. They do more weddings here than they do anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, their biggest day was on 7/7/7. They married 780 people in one day. So they weren't playing around.
Oh, wow.
And I've been here for 27 years.
Any other big-name people that you've married?
Well, the mayor, Neil Sedaka, but I think these guys are probably going to be the biggest for at least another year or so.
Wow. And I know you had mentioned this, they actually got married on a special day for Elvis, right? Did they know about this anniversary?
I don't even know if they knew that was what happened. It was a coincidence or something, but yeah, 52 years ago to the day Elvis and Priscilla got married here in Las Vegas also. And him being a fan, I don't know if they planned that or not, but yeah, that's a little fun fact. And if you talk to them, you might want to let them know that. I don't even know if they know that.
I love that. Well, last question for you. We saw some pictures, some professional pictures getting taken. Did Joe and Sophie bring in their own photographers, or were those people that you guys provide? Who was that?
No, that was their own people that they had brought in. And so I'm sure that they wanted to keep those good ones off for themselves and so forth. Are you married, honey?
Oh, well, been there, done that. But maybe if I do it again, I'll come to Vegas.
When you come on down, I spell discount for you.
I appreciate it. Jesse, Garon, thank you so much. I love that Joe Jonas specifically wanted you, sir, the top Elvis impersonator, for this special moment. And we're all so glad that we got to be a part of it.
The official Elvis of Las Vegas. Let's not make some mistakes here. This is the official Elvis of Las Vegas, according to the mayor, for the last 18 years.
Well, sir,
I got a key to the city and everything. I've been trying to find where this damn key fits and stick it in every hole I can find. I can't find where it fits, but we're going to keep trying.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to ET, especially ET exclusively. You're a star, and we only have stars here on ET.
You're the best.